welcome back to the Tamara Show. Today I have a group interview with 4 amazing ladies, and they all have different passions and different skill sets, and they utilize all their skills together to make all their dreams come true. So stay tuned for the interview. It's gonna be lots of laughs, lots of fun, good vibes. Check it out. Guys, welcome back to the Tamara Show. We're here with Gabby, Lee, Nye, and Noelle. So today we're gonna get into a little game. Get started. Yeah, we're playing games today. Yeah, we're playing games today. So these are some icebreaker questions just to get us started and warmed up. We're back. We're gonna get into this game. Shake it up. Take one question out. Okay, so Noelle, get us started.
Okay, hey.
Just read the question out and answer it. You read that fast.
What's the worst job you ever had? So, the worst job I've ever had was... Wow. Okay. I worked at Between the Bread. I won't say the location, but it is a franchise.
What is that?
It's a eatery.
Okay.
Health. They only sell greens. They don't
Sounds
sell
like it.
rice. Well, they only sell, what is it called now? Whatever. They were super rude. The staff was rude. It was just all around bad. They they were like Spanish staff members, so they would like say like funny shit about me. Can I curse? I'm sorry. Say like funny stuff about me in Spanish, thinking I didn't know. I have Spanish friends, so yeah, it was bad. I quit after a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a week?
Just a week.
It was that bad.
It was horrible. They called me like a fat black girl.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go back. You
I had to report the guy. They wanted me to come back and work because I did really well there. It was like, and they gave free food too. That was a perk because I ate for free and the food was healthy. But they was discriminating against the black sister.
I gotta own it.
Wow.
It gotta be like the Noelle cake experience.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's the only way.
That's a fact. But it was a private owned business, so there wasn't really much I could do, like getting support from the union or anything like that. So I just,
That's not.
decided.
Sorry. But every experience is a learning experience. So.
Very much so. I learned a lot there. In that sense.
That
1 week.
Shanai,
Okay.
Describe your worst date ever.
these questions are good.
Dang.
Get that one.
Worst date? I mean, okay. When I was younger, I know I seen. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the story of the day I ran from a guy. I know it's not the worst date ever, but I'm gonna tell you how I basically got catfish kind of. So pretty much, I think I was in 9th grade. And I was talking to some guy on
That's what you
Facebook.
get. You're not supposed to be talking to no
You're
guy.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And he was, I think he went to Cardinal Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. On Facebook.
That's right. Okay.
On Facebook, homeboy looked great. Skin was great, everything. So I met up with him on 149. Me and my friend met up with him on 149 because I didn't want to go nowhere by myself. By the checkers. And he was walking towards me. He was like boils on his face. I'm telling y'all, he had boils on his freaking face. I was scared to death. So I ran from him. Like literally ran. He tried to like give me a kiss. It was really creepy. It was on some Stevie J mess. I did not like it. I was not happy.
At least Stevie J had boils on his face.
This is true. It was really a whole package. I don't know what type of Photoshop he used on his face, but
It was still him just.
It was him just
Ugly.
boils. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm sorry.
You're right. Ugly. Yes.
Everybody.
You're right. Everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Wow. Gabby.
Alright. How do you want to be remembered?
Dang, I took a hard question.
Wow, that was a good one.
Let me think. So for me, I want to be like a mogul kind of. Like I want my hands in everything. a Diddy, a Oprah, like the people up there. So, but it's like I'm not so after the money, after the fame. Like I don't even care if I don't get like celebrity status, but like financially that would be nice to help others, to build back to the community and stuff like that. Like I want to use my like resources to like connect people and to like change, you know.
That was dope.
That was good.
That was dope.
Wow. Please.
What you got, Lika?
What 3 words best describe you?
Y'all got the gun.
So I would say relentless, powerful. I had that one and it just walked away. I was on the road there, though. I was on the road. So relentless, powerful, inspiration.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so tell me about how you guys met.
You should just.
I met everyone here through her. Like she's like she's the one.
You're like a mutual
She's
friend,
a
right?
photo.
Yeah. Okay, so where did you meet Shanai?
So first is my team, okay, and they have their own brands. I feel like I've known them forever, so it's crazy, but I've actually known Gabby forever, since we were this big, literally. Her mom met me in the supermarket, and she wanted Gabby to be a part of my life and me a part of hers since that day. So that's literally been our lives. We definitely had like gaps in of like going to high school and college and stuff like that, but come full circle now, we came together for her to be my assistant and work on my team hand in hand with my music and just pushing my brand. And then just as that happened, pushing hers and her beauty line and things like that, Gabby and I met Shanai at a shoot. A mutual friend of ours, me and Shanai, knew that I wanted to model and kind of break out in the industry, doing a bunch of different things. But I definitely wanted to come out as a plus size model too. And I did my debut photo shoot with Shanai because she needed models for her project. So we met up and ended up being super closer than the mutual friend that we had. And then I just wanted her to be a part of my team too, and taking photos and pushing her Shanai business. And then Lee interviewed me on her show. She has a podcast called Thank Me Later. And she interviewed me on the show last year on November 11th. And ever since that day, she wanted me to come back on the show. So I co-hosted on the show, and we just built from there. Like,
You said you co-hosted as in past tense. You currently.
I currently
I noticed that.
co-host
I
the
was
show
like,
too. My beginning.
That's dope. Noelle, when did singing become a career for you?
Career. That's a good question. Because there's a difference between like recording music and then pushing it as a career. 2015. It was the year before I graduated. I actually was working on a couple of singles, 2 singles, an original. I did We Gon' Ride featuring Zara Michael, and I dropped a visual. That was my first ever visual. I dropped it in 2016, but the songs were done prior to. And I did Off My Mind featuring Vina Love, and I pushed that song in 2016 as well. So yeah, 2015 I was pushing it as a career. 2016 I kind of broke out with like visuals and people seeing me and putting the voice to my face and stuff like that.
Was it hard to start out and just make connections with people?
Yeah, it's still hard. And it's surprising because people think I'm so plugged, and I'm just like, where?
Do you have a manager or agent?
No, I manage myself.
Okay.
I manage myself. I have gone through. My mom was my manager at one point. She was momager, but I was managing myself. And I had other very short-lived. But I manage myself. It kind of ends up working as if, for me, I can be a boss and have that boss type of way, but I do like to spread out the authority and try to do different things and get insight from different places. So that's why I keep women around me, because women are super powerful. So yeah. But still building connections. Gabby's plugged me with so many people. I feel like the people around me plug me with others. So yeah. But it's definitely hard building connections and honest ones.
Yeah.
It's very easy to connect with people that don't care about you and want to use you and not necessarily get that reciprocation back, like offer something for you to use from them. But it's very hard to find honest people to connect with in business.
Have you had a bad experience with that?
Yes. I don't really talk about my bad experiences, but yes, I've had like funny business happen.
It happens.
It happens. It's not. It literally had to happen that way because I think I get so oblivious to things that I'm going in like I'm super covered and I am.
Yeah.
But you still have to like.
It makes you more aware in the future.
It does make you more aware. So I had to go through those things. But it's way more to come. I think I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, and you have your team.
Yes.
Yep. There you go.
Yes.
Gabby, you're passionate about so many different things. Tell us about everything that you have your fingers dipped into right now.
Okay, so going into like college, freshman year, I went to school for broadcasting. So I thought I was gonna be like a news reporter, but that was just because that was the only realistic job I saw in the industry that like my family would accept. So I did that and I liked it, but at the same time I hated it. I wanted to really get into acting and modeling and stuff like that, but I just didn't know how to or like how my family would perceive that, considering in my family everyone's like going to school for doctors and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, you're still doing that, right? And it's just like, it's a serious job for me. So I came back home and I went to St. John's and I started taking acting classes and I really liked it. And my mom saw that, and that's when she put me into Barbizon, and I started my shoot. And then after Barbizon, it was like, I also did internships for like Wendy Williams, Hot 97 and stuff. And that was more behind production, and I really liked it. But I wanted to do both. And then Noelle came to me, it was last summer, and she asked me to come on her team and be her assistant. And I was just like, well, sure, like I want to do this. And I was passionate. I used to go to all her shows, still do. We would go to all the SOBs, me and my mom, all her shows. And I was so passionate about her music. So I was like, yeah, I'll join her team. And being on her team, it opened me up to like more chances to model and act. And then step into my beauty with doing her makeup and stuff like that. So all of that stuff, like that's what I'm trying to do. Makeup, model, act, her assistant. So yeah.
Well-rounded.
Thank you.
How has makeup been?
It's good. For me, I started makeup in college away because it was like nobody knew how to do makeup freshman year. So I was the only one who knew how to do it, so everyone would come to my room and I would just like, okay, I'll do your eyebrows, okay, I'll do your things. Yeah. And then my mom, when I came home, she was like, you need to start charging people. And I'm just like, these are my friends, like I don't want to charge them. Yeah. But it's true, you gotta start charging them. And yeah, so that's how that started.
And then you do beauty for
Shanai. I did my first shoot for her, yeah.
No, see that?
Everything's
just connected. It hurts. Lee, your podcast is amazing. I've been listening to it these past couple of days, and it's amazing.
I love it. Thank you.
How did you get started with that?
I'm really just a creative vessel, so like I have to have some medium to create them. So I was taking pictures, and I had moved to London, and I just had creative block. So I figured it started in New York. So I was like, well, obviously I gotta go. But I always just wanted out of New York, so I'm like, I gotta go. So I moved, and it didn't, like the walls just didn't come down. Then I started blogging on my site, and I was like, all right, it's nice. You know, I just wanted something more. And like everybody always was like, yo, you should do like TV or radio. But I was always getting kicked out of class and stuff, so I figured like I can't do that. And then I was like, you know what, I'm just see if I could. And salute. And I had went on iHeart And the position that I wanted, because you know you can't just put me anywhere. I can't do just anything. I gotta be the one, right? You know what I'm saying? I gotta be on the mark. That position, they said you needed 30 years. I was 25 at the time, so I figured, you know, maybe this one ain't me. I'm gonna do independent. So I was working with a web series out here before I moved, and I put an ad out on Craigslist looking for a crew, and people was hitting me back, and then I was like, let me just fix the ad since I'm in London. I'm coming back to New York. Let me fix it or redo it to where I'm looking for a podcast crew. And I did that. Craigslist just needed that bread, you know what I'm saying? They needed ad. Well, matter of fact, I think that one was free, yeah. But they had to do another ad, put it up for a podcast crew. But I didn't have no studio or nothing. I just was like, yo, I'm gonna work it out. I was gonna do it in my crib, so I bought that stuff. Then I'm like, I don't want people in my house. So I don't even want the people that live in my house. So I'm just like, I know I don't want no guests in my house. Like, so it's a dub. So the studio had hit me up via Craigslist, and I always tell people don't do this. They hit me up, and it was like, you know, you want to come do a tour of the studio? We actually podcast. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right, let me do it. So I go, I meet with them. It's a real studio. I've been with them ever since, and I just started. Like I literally just started. I just was like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. I didn't prepare. I did my first episode with one of my closest friends. She came on as my co-host because I'm just like, who else I'm gonna like as much as you? Nobody. So I was like, all right, cool, it's us. But she's a musician, so it was like music picked up, and you know, she followed me blindly. So you know, I wouldn't expect her to be like, yo, I want a podcast more than I want to rap. So it was just like, all right, cool. We here now. You gotta continue, and I gotta go work on music. And I was shook, but I did it. And then I'm in Noelle, and I didn't have to anymore.
So you have a couple seasons out, right?
Yeah, I'm 3 seasons in.
Oh wow, you got a lot of episodes.
Facts, I do. The work is strong. I went months just locked in the studio.
Really?
Just getting it out.
What inspires you, like, to do for each episode?
Yo, this is the thing, right? So Thingy is a variety show. I can't sit down and be like, yo, this is what we're talking about. It's one thing. I couldn't do it. So it makes it that much easier for me because it's like I have so much to choose from. But as far as inspiration, everything. When I talk to people, just my friends, like I'll talk just to evoke some kind of emotion. So like, if my friends, I have friends who will be like, yo, I can't stand when people tell me about myself outside. So I'll be like, but why? You don't want to know you're wrong? Like, when I just be saying stuff, I just say it just to see what I can get back. And I'm just like, yo, I could do that. Like, I could do that on air. And I don't know what it was, really, because everybody always asks, like, but why did you know your voice was important? I really didn't. I wasn't sure that people would want to know what I specifically thought. Like, I just came out, my first episode was not about me. It wasn't who I was. It wasn't like, why I want to do this. I went right into it. Like, yo, this is Zoe. She's a rapper. And interview. I never introduced myself until I was like a season in. Nobody, like, it was just like, yo, this girl popped up and she put her Instagram link in the bio. Like, I never was like, yo, I just was like, yo, people talk, like, I was listening to Tax Season and Joe Budden and Queen's Flip, and I'm just like, I could do that. And I have no idea what made me think, like, yo, your voice, they need to hear what you think. But I was like, even if they don't want to hear it, I'm going to put it out there. And it turned out they wanted to hear it.
You have such a nice voice, though.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
I agree. You gotta have a nice voice for podcast.
You know what's crazy though? I feel like I just got a good voice. Like I feel like for real. Because one day I was mad drunk, right? And I woke up and I did this other show. We was on another show, and I was like, my voice don't sound the same. Like I'm in a different pocket. And ever since, because I'm an engineer as well. Ever since when I be engineering, people be like, yo, Lee, you sound good. And I'm like, y'all wasn't telling me this 2 seasons ago. I think it was that one night. I think it was this one night I got drunk and I don't know what happened.
Your voice just changed?
Yeah, man. It was like horribly drunk.
What was
like,
you drinking?
Everything.
Everything.
A little bit of light, a little bit of dark, you know, juice in the middle. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. And I woke up and I realized my voice was deeper. But before that, to me, I couldn't listen to myself. I would, because it was like I want to hear what I need to work on. Mm-hmm. But when I started, I hated my voice. I hosted events and stuff, and I hated it. But it was just like, people always like, you got the personality for it. And I like it, I just never liked how I sounded like amplified. But now, after that night, I sound amazing.
Oh gosh.
I sound amazing.
That's a good thing for that drum name, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Facts. Listen. Look, y'all can't even stop this, man. Listen, liquor, it wasn't the liquor's fault. I kept going.
It was your fault.
It was my fault. But I did what I had to do for the show. You know what I'm saying?
You did it for the show.
I did what I had to do for work. But I appreciate you listening, though. That's dope. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Shania, did you always know that you wanted to be a photographer?
No, this was like a shock. This was really out of nowhere. This was just like, oh. So, okay. When I was younger, I was always, like, if you guys look through my baby pictures, all you see is me go, like, always posing, always just, like, I always killed it behind the camera, I think. So,
That's right, Nah.
Yes.
Get yourself up.
Yes. So, I'm currently in Fordham University, about to graduate in December, by the way. I went for communications, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in communications. I was like, a radio show, no, I don't have the voice, like Lee has the voice. I don't feel like I could fit in, like, you know what I mean? I don't know why. So basically, I took a class last year for photography. It was by accident, I just needed the credit, that's all. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just do photography. My father, shout out to him, brought me my camera, and I just started shooting in the class. It was just whatever. So the first picture I took was of my goddaughter. So I did her, I think her 8th month birthday. She's adorable. So it was like the little flowers that my best friend, I think she's a creative director, she does that, she does her thing. So basically when I brought the pictures in the next day from my professor to observe it, he's like, Shanai, you have an eye for photography. I'm like, stop gassing me, but then he really wasn't gassing me because he didn't tell nobody else that. I'm like, I was trying to listen to this, I'm like, says anybody else? So I started doing free photo shoots for the first 2 months that I started taking pictures. And then I started charging like $20, it wasn't that much. So I'm like, you know what, I want to do free shoots. So first free shoot I did was with Noelle, the beach shoot.
The beach. Okay.
So that was my first real good photo shoot.
That was the
And then ended up on 97, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
on actual
Heavy shit.
Right.
You gotta let them know.
And
We went debut dating. Okay, 97.
the new movement by Drewski, there is somebody that I know that wanted to write an article on me. So I was like, my beach video that I shot in Jamaica, the pictures that they need, I'm like, listen, we using these pictures, shot by 9, put it on there, let's go. So literally, if you go on the website right now, you'll find her photos to that article. Yeah.
yeah, but I love taking photos. I don't know what it is. Like I will sit there and look at my pictures. Like, you know what, I don't like that. Like I'm really hard critique on myself. I'll go, you know, I'll send them pictures like, hey, what do y'all think about this picture? What do y'all think about that picture? I actually just debuted my first project, the Bratz photo shoot. So yeah, because I loved the Bratz when I was younger. So I'm like, let me recreate this. I got my friend Nazi to do makeup for me. I got my other friend Lexi, which is our mutual friend, to do the hair for me. It was dope. It was dope. I had so much fun. Noelle and Lee was there helping out. So it was really dope. And I have a Shot by 9 glam squad. Like it's not just Shot by 9. It's not just me doing pictures. I have a whole glam squad. Gabby's in it. I have a few other girls in it. I have like t-shirt merch. So like if somebody takes a picture and they want it on their shirt, they want it on a mug or whatever, right there.
She got merch for us.
Yeah, I got
She
you.
made Thank Me Later merch. She made Team No OK merch through the folk. We did a huge photo shoot for my last project Wednesday. And yeah, like she made merch out of that.
Shanai was the first person to put me on the hat. That's like, nobody put me on the hat.
This is not a birthday party. I just met you.
Yeah.
I'm like, Lee, let me take a picture of you. Lee's like this. I'm like, but yeah, so now I'm just in love with it. Like, I'm really in love with photography, seriously.
You want to do a long term?
I do want to do it long term. And like, my parents are really taking me serious with that. Because I didn't, at first I'm like, I'm going to be a photographer. What if they be like, what, can she do something more? No, but they support it. My parents really support it. And it makes me feel so good. Yeah, like I was surprised. Like, my pops always spends on me, but still I was surprised. I thought he was gonna be like, you sure you're gonna stick to this? Because I don't stick to stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the only thing I stuck to. Because before I had a blog and everything, I never stuck to it. This is the only thing I stuck to. And
That's
in a
really
year.
long.
Yes.
So, Noelle, when did you feel like you needed to add your friends to your team?
Interesting enough. Well, these two right here were my friends when I first met them, so it was definitely a business move. Well, with Nye, it definitely grew into that. Lee, it grew into that too, but we had already discussed doing business already. I think the beauty in the fact that the friendships grew after the business started was commendable to our characters and who we are, our spirits, and who we are as people. I don't really mix normally like the personal with the business. It doesn't really go well. And I started to, and you have to know who it is. It's not a failure all around, but you have to be willing to work with people that want to work. So I think to answer that, I never really knew when I wanted to, but I did always feel like I wanted to put my people on. I always wanted to buy my friends' clothing, wear their clothes. I always wanted to put the people around me that wanted to do it in spaces to work for me. Even my friend Kaisha, like, she don't have a specific role or job, but she helps me get things structured and here in the brain. So yeah, I think I always just had that in me to just have my village be with me at all times, because I was always with my village. I have the same people in my life all the time, and the new people that come into my life blend so well with the people that I've known my whole life. Hence this right here. I've literally known Gabby since I was 3 years old. So
like, she's literally family.
Yeah, so when it blends like that, and then everybody who's new comes on, it can be family too, and we can all work together. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Y'all have to stick around.
Where we going? Not going nowhere.
They not actually not that
Lee, do you want to branch out from doing podcasts?
Oh, absolutely. It's bigger than a podcast. It's always been. I can't stick to one thing. I've done so much other stuff. I've done I did a whole giveaway in Union Square where I just took so many donated clothes and shoes, and I have so many sneakers, and I just let people come and take what you need. Wow. I fed people. I've done workshops with kids. I work with children. I've brought them in to do their own shows. I've worked with them to build the specific show that they feel like nobody has and they want to start it. I do so much. It's so crazy to think about a question like that. I have my hands in everything. I honestly want to create a hub where first the kids in the ghettos, and because I'm from Muncie Project, so that neighborhood is so dear to me because that's where I was growing up and seeing things that it was like, all right, do I want this forever? What could I change? So I specifically first want to create a hub in that neighborhood to where the kids can come and they can work on their crafts, and they can fully see and work with people closely who are not rappers or just rappers, who are not just sports or athletes, just sports specialists or anything. I want to open up the minds of the youth, and then I want to spread it. What else am I into? Creative direction. I've been creative. I'm getting back into my photography, but I've been creative directing a lot. I've helped with her wardrobe.
Yeah.
Her set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last visual. I haven't even shouted that out yet to the world, but my last visual, I had a whole different idea for my wardrobe, and we switched it all up.
And it worked.
And it works.
Yeah. There's so much that, you know what, I think because I'm so used to in the last going on 2 years pushing myself as a podcaster, I think even I've forgotten what I can do. I've been working on promo videos. We released a whole reel. I've never seen a podcast release a reel. You know what I mean? I can't can't just be a podcaster. That can't be it.
Right.
That's never been it. I really just want to put the right talents in the right rooms and to help people get to where they want to go. Because for so many years, I felt like I was just stuck. Like I just couldn't find the pieces to bridge the gap. So now I want to be the bridge for creators. Bless you.
Thank you.
That's an amazing answer.
Thank you.
Amazing. Gabby, out of all your passions, if you had to pick just one, which one would you pick?
Oh my goodness.
I think I know this one.
I can't just pick one.
You have to.
No, one job. 5 jobs. 3 jobs.
Yeah.
At least 3 jobs.
At least.
I love it.
I already know the answer though.
I think I know the answer.
How y'all think I know the answer?
I be watching. I just be
Yeah.
paying attention.
I think I know what she would choose.
All right. So wait, no, because they don't even know the answer. They don't even know it.
I got 2 more.
Oh, okay. All right. So for me, I'm gonna answer this. One job. Well, being her assistant, it kind of wraps me around all the other jobs. I could do makeup. I could model if she needs me to. But
I was not.
Neither one of us.
I know y'all wasn't. Try to.
You said it.
What y'all was?
Yeah. What
You
was
said
it?
I some modeling and stuff.
Yeah, but
Modeling
like
and
if
stuff,
I had to
doesn't
pick
count.
one,
She picked modeling too.
I pick modeling. She picked acting.
I like
acting.
I like modeling and acting. I do. I really do.
You
modeling.
look great.
I know.
Oh my god.
I definitely
Video?
chose acting.
But if I had to pick one, her assistant ties me around all those jobs.
I remember you, sis.
Well connected, honey.
It does. I agree.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So you have a lot of managerial skills.
She's literally second. The clone of me.
Oh wow.
She's just
Yeah, because you guys spend so much time together. Probably turn into the same person.
Facts.
What are some moments that you had as a photographer that made you feel like, wow, I'm really passionate about this?
Okay, definitely when I shot with my goddaughter, I got really emotional. I get emotional with a lot of photo shoots. Just looking at her cute little face. And then when I, like, my last event that I did, like, I was taking pictures, and I was like, oh my god, this is beautiful. Everyone's like, are you okay? I'm like, guys, look, these pictures are coming on so beautiful. That's it, agree with me. I was like, oh my god. So, but yeah, that's what makes me really passionate about it. Like, I could really sit there and why am I getting emotional? Like, that means I'm really passionate. This is what it means. Like, it took me so long to find what I really wanted to do. And I really love this. Like, it's serious. And it's like, wow. And I'm so happy I met you guys, because you guys really got me in. Because I was popular to my friends. And I appreciate all the support from my friends, all the support from my Instagram followers, social media followers, but Noelle put me in perspective, like the business side of things, like seriously. Because honestly, I had some business stuff to work on. I know most parts of business, but as far as like being on time and stuff, she's like, yo, nah, you need to start being on
She
time.
is some bomb
this
advice.
one is the best one out of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
As you may know, she was here earlier.
Yeah, for me.
Be on time, okay?
That's
And
an amazing
yeah,
quality.
that's something that I want to gravitate to and be like. So I think we all have our things, but we learn from each other. I learned so much from all 3 of them.
Yeah.
You guys are my role models.
No, stop.
I need some friends like that. I need this.
Well, hey girl.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, friends. Salutations.
We go out every Sunday.
Lunch and chill.
We connected from here. So guys, the end of part 1.